everyone, welcome to Trendsetter TV, to Trendy Talks, and today, the winner of the fan vote, Benny, has sent me J.R. Miller, 1/4 of the Zenith.
That's right.
Now, J.R., pleasure to have you. You excited about everything going on here today?
Yeah, man. I wasn't even booked to do anything today, but we had a lot going on, so I came out. Got dressed up to come out as well.
Yeah. The sharpest looking one in the building. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, shit, I ain't even got both wrist tapes on.
That's okay.
But what you think? First things first. What do you think of the Trendsetter Spook House over there?
That's y'all's deal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I haven't gotten to go through that, but that's nice. I'm surprised y'all got that, and Zenith didn't get their own little house. We'll have to do something about that.
We built it.
Oh, okay. Well, they brought it. Okay.
We brought it like. It's not from FWA, I promise.
That's all right. That's all right.
Now I'm
still gonna have to talk though about that.
Yeah, you want the canopy, brother? We can talk.
No.
But first question is, what is your earliest memory of wrestling, like from baby, childhood, whatever?
Earliest memory was finding WCW on TV. I was watching it and I stumbled upon a Bam Bam Bigelow and Rey Mysterio match. So I got caught up in that, and shortly after, I was watching Monday Night Raw every Monday to see Stone Cold Steve Austin. So pretty much that's what got my attention, but what hooked me in and kept me there was Stone Cold.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. See, I like that because most of the people that I talk to now didn't grow up in the Attitude Era stage.
Yeah, just a little bit after.
Yeah, so they're always like, yeah, bro, they're like, 03 Brock Lesnar's my shit.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was good stuff too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it was, yeah. But now, like, what is your funniest moment, period? Like, it can be a road story, something that happened at the JPWA, anything.
Man, there's a lot of good stuff. There's Bully Ray right there, by God. That's pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff. This one's kind of a long one, but quick backstory. I had a match with JAC, and our referee was Mike Ramsey. You know Mike Ramsey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there was a point where I had both shoulders on the mat, and he did not count to 3. Well, I gave him hell about that for about a month. And shortly after that, I had a match with James Ryan. And during the match, James hit me with a move. We were both down. And technically, my shoulders were on the mat. But out of nowhere, Mike Ramsey goes to count. 1, 2. I have to kick out real quick. And he looks down at me and he says, best goddamn ref in the business. And I popped fucking huge, dude. In the middle of the match, it was so hard to keep it together because I gave him hell about that for a month. Mike, what is your job? What is your job? If the shoulders on the mat, 1, 2, 3. That's the only job you got, and he couldn't do it. So it got me back right then that night. He got me on your toes, Mike Ramsey, I tell you. Yeah, that was probably it. There's a bunch of other ones, but that's the most recent.
All right, now, I know you've been on AEW Dark. You've done some stuff for AEW. Not sure if you've done some extra work for the E or not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay, so what was your experience like going into AEW? Like, did you have like those little jitters? Like, did you feel like you were out of your element at all, or was it like one of those things where it's like, I know I'm supposed to be here?
A little bit, because it is different as far as being in locker rooms. It's like on the indies and then going to the big show and you're there all day and catering and getting the big board put up. And you're kind of anxious to see if your name's going to get called or not, because they bring in so many extras, but not everybody gets used. So you kind of get there, you eat, you wait around, and once the board goes up, you find out if you're working. I got invited 3 times and got to work twice, so I felt like I was lucky in that sense. But
I got to see one of those.
Nice.
The 6-man.
Yes, that was the first time.
Yeah.
So we got out there, and I was a little bit jittery coming out, but once I got in the ring and then their music hit, I was like, well, ain't nobody looking at me no more. They're looking at the Dark Order, so I was cool with it.
Not gonna lie, I was looking because I didn't realize it was fucking TGA and Fodder. No, it wasn't Fodder. It was Brandon.
It was
Scott.
Fodder. No, it was Fodder and Brandon Scott.
Yeah, Brandon Scott. I was like, well, I don't know. I didn't see Brandon Scott, but I knew who Fodder was. I was like, hey, J.R. fucking Miller with the mullet. Like I was popping out drunk as shit.
Yeah, dude.
So
it was a good time.
What? Nobody's looking at you. Pretty boy Williams staring at your ass. I know that motherfucker.
I mean, I heard some people yelling as I came out, so I was like, oh man, wasn't expecting that one, but it was fun. It was a good experience, and then getting to come back and do it with Russell Matt Seidel right afterwards and Lee Berardi. That was a really good experience as well.
They're 2 very good dudes too. I like Matt and Lee. I got to meet them both.
He was cool. He didn't really talk me through the finish at all. He was like, man, I'm just going to come get you and then go with me. All right, man, I got you.
Now, Hulk Hogan has a vape now. He's got Hollywoods and Red and Yellow. Would you try them?
I don't think I would try them, but if I came across the Hollywood one, I might have to just grab it.
Yeah.
Just to have.
Just
As a collector's, I'm a big Hollywood Hogan fan, I'm a big NWO mark, so I think I would grab that one. Probably wouldn't use it, but you never know.
Right. I personally want to get one, have people try on the Trendy Talks and stuff.
Like a sample one?
Yeah.
Well, you might have to get like individual ones, because I don't know if I'll be like sucking on anything. Some of these
Oh, no, I was going to get the old.
Okay, those spit shine?
Yeah,
I got you, buddy.
I ain't trying to catch COVID. But speaking of, COVID and everything, like when COVID started, that was around about when you started getting into business.
Yeah.
So how did COVID impact like your start?
The way I looked at it, because I was going back and forth. I went on the Jericho cruise in January 2020 and decided that this is what I wanted to do, and then COVID hit March 2020. Big newspaper article came out in the Charlotte paper, and it was talking about how they didn't know if events were going to start back or not. It was all a big unknown question. But the way I looked at it is if I start right now and use all this time to get ready, that when it does come back, I'll just have had all this practice time. So I got to train for about 6 months before live events had even started coming back. Most of the time, people get rushed into their match or something, but I had plenty of time to get to training practice before I had to do that. So I looked at it as an opportunity to get on top of everything before I got pushed into a certain spot.
Be a step ahead of everybody.
Yeah, kind of.
Now, you've heard this question on every shoot interview when you're growing up. How big do you think Batista's dick is?
Oh, man. It's probably, Batista's a big guy. So if I had to guess, it's probably pretty big. If we're just throwing guesses out there, I ain't never seen it. I've never talked to the guy. But he's a big guy, if you're going with, if you're imagining, I'd imagine it's pretty large. Nice. Like this gentleman here.
Yeah, you can. Alright, hand back. He's partying.
Okay.
So my last two questions are: who is one person that you stepped in the ring with that you would never step in? It's like not saying like they're a bad wrestler, but it's just like you didn't have a good time wrestling.
Damn, Lane. That's what embarrassing motherfuckers on here. I'll be real, man. Like, we all have like off matches, right? Because nothing's always going to go perfect. But I have not had a terrible match per se where everything went to the shits. I don't think I could be completely wrong. Somebody can watch this and it's my first terrible. But I don't think I've had like a terrible showing. And I keep it so basic to where if I am working with somebody that I'm unsure of, I can kind of take care of that and it doesn't become a problem. So I don't want to throw anybody under the bus here. I hate to dodge your question, but
no, you're fine. I'll answer it for you on my end. Kid Cutter, sorry buddy.
A young guy.
Till you put some weight on and you get a little more under your belt, I don't want to.
A young guy, so understandable,
But now the last question is, who is somebody that is alive that you would want, like, if you could step into the ring today with them, if they walked in the door and said, get in the ring, you would jump in a heartbeat?
Like anybody, anytime, like in their prime?
Or alive.
Okay,
Like somebody that's...
Today's city, okay.
you can say Bret Hart, he's still alive.
I don't know how good that match would be. Yeah. Can I say like two?
Yeah.
I would say MJF and Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Kevin Owens.
See you and Kevin Owens.
I've recently become a big Kevin Owens fan. It took me a while to get sold on me, but I'm a big fan of Kevin Owens right now.
Did you watch any of the Ring of Honor stuff?
Yeah, I have looked back at some Kevin Scenes. I've actually looked back at some of his old moves and I considered using them, but I gotta hit the gym, so I'm not dropping motherfuckers on their heads.
There you go.
Just to be safe.
Safe.
I want to be safe.
Professional. We keep it professional wrestling.
And we're trying to.
There you go.
We're trying to.
Ladies
Fanny packing on.
Yeah, I don't have mine on right now.
You usually do.
Every episode except
Yeah, we caught him without one.
Call me laugh. Well, I'm in gear too. So.
That's alright, man.
But this has been first member of the Zenith that I've been able to catch up with. J.R. Miller, thank you for coming, buddy.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
You know what this ends with?
Yeah.